stations, National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for western Jasper County until 1800 hours. 345, still heavy debris in this area. Probably going to have the worst damage around 20th and Main. We've got whole buildings missing, multiple subjects injured.
On May 22nd, 2011, I was on my way home when we were notified that there was bad storms coming our way.
Beginning of it was a relatively small tornado. When it reached the west side of the city of Joplin proper, it became an F5 tornado.
We got home to our house, and as they were sounding the second sirens, we had the only basement on the block, so 4 or 5 families were able to get into our basement and take shelter there. I don't think when we came out of the basement that we realized the extreme damage. But then the next morning I was like, these people, they have to get their paychecks, they have to get paid. As I went around the corner driving towards the office, there was a woman standing out there, a volunteer, just handing out gloves. I took the gloves from her thinking, oh, I'm not gonna need these. I actually left them in my car as I go in, and then I get, the glass is all broken out and the staircase has glass just piled in the stair step. So I got up there and the whole office was in complete disarray. There was standing water everywhere, and then the ceiling was off. But I got to where my desktop computer was, and I was able to get in and then get server hard drives. I had an hour to spare and got over to my brother's and he got me set up on his internet. We were able to get payroll transmitted with 5 minutes to spare.
As we started sending our own staff out, what we found is it was very hard to get around. The length and breadth of the devastation was such that there were no landmarks, there were no street signs.
I think any community that something that devastating comes about, finds the strength within the inner strength and kind of moves forward and then comes out stronger on the other end. And I think that's certainly what Joplin has done.
Our office prior to this was in the St. John's Medical Office building that was destroyed in the tornado. After that, we were in some temporary facilities, and then we built this facility and moved in here 3.5 years ago. We had been on electronic health records for 8 years at that point, and so we didn't lose a record at all. We were able to restore everything. That was the only thing in our backup disaster plan that worked. We had this vision of how we wanted the office to work differently, and we got that from a magazine, but then the vision of making it modern and reducing staff steps and reducing patient steps and making our quality of care better while doing it being efficient and making the patient's outcome where a child actually says, I want to go to the doctor's office instead of being terrified to come to the doctor's office. We want it to be a quick, nice, warm, welcoming transaction of care. That's really where our vision for our new floor plan came from. Joplin is resilient, and you just have to be to survive something like that. And adrenaline just goes in you, and the first 3 weeks went by, and it's like, wow, I can't believe I just went through 3 weeks. You worked every day, you didn't take off, you just kept going until you could start taking care of your kids again. And
we feel like the community's not completely recovered. There's still scars, and there's scars on the landscape, and there's scars in people's hearts. But people came back and really wanted to be part of making this a bigger and better community.
Our staff is what made this building what it is today. It wasn't me or any one person here in this office. It was everybody.